We're going to the hospital.
Oh yeah. If you can't tell from the activities behind me, we are in Vang Vieng. We had a nightmare journey from Phon Savan yesterday. It was just over 10 hours. There was so much construction work, an accident, the road was awful, it was terrible, but we're finally here and we've just booked some activities to do as we're only here for 3 nights. So we wanted to get it all booked and sorted today. Jason's just gone off on the back of a motorbike with the guy that we're booking it with. Not sure why, not sure where to, so hopefully he'll come back at some point. But we've just paid 800,000 kip to rent one of the buggies. So that was 800,000 kip for 2 people for 5 hours. So we're just going to go to the lagoons and stuff and the viewpoint, I think, and take it in turns to drive it. And then we've also just paid for the activity that we most wanted to do in Vang Vieng, which is a hot air balloon ride. They're still pretty expensive, not like backpacker budget, but it is the cheapest place in the world that you can do a hot air balloon ride, and we've both wanted to do one for so long. So this cost us 2.5 million kip each. So 5 million for both of us, and we get picked up at 6 AM. We're doing the sunrise one. And lastly, we paid 100,000 kip each to do the tipsy tubing tomorrow. So I'm hoping Jason comes back at some point. I think because we wanted to pay on card, hello. No idea what just happened there. I was just sitting waiting for Jason, and then the guy came back on a motorbike and said, "We go now." So I got on the back of the motorbike. Now I'm just walking on this bridge on my own, and I've got no idea where I'm going, and I can't see Jason, but he just said walk over the bridge, so I am. I can see Jason, he's got the buggy. We're back on the bridge. I found Jason. We went back to the hotel to grab a bag. Poor planning from everybody involved.
From the guy that took us there.
We didn't really know what was going on. Are you going to drive first?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, Jason's driving first, so we'll see how it goes.
Do you offering?
No, I'm alright. I'll wait until you've done it. It says, do not put car in the water, do not enter the city, and do not drive slide. I think it's pretty robust. And then on this side it says, no insurance, accident occurs if you flip $8,000.
Found a good little practice spot in here for Aaron to have a drive. Keep going, woo! Keep going. Just drive it around. We're at the Blue Lagoon, but this little area here is perfect. I've never driven one before, she's never driven one before, so it's a really nice little area to get used to it. There we go. There she is. Easy? Easy. Yeah.
Just got to Blue Lagoon too.
Just got out of the water at this place. Blue Lagonias Due. It's really, really nice.
I want to go and do the zip line, but there's a bit of a queue and I don't want to be waiting up there because I'll get nervous.
Oh, I want to see this cow. So we've had a little bit of time at Blue Lagoon Due. We're going to go to Blue Lagoon 1, which is about a half an hour drive, is it? Wow, that bridge is cool. We can always come back here, we've got the ticket. Yeah. But we've got this buggy, obviously, and we're both quite excited to drive it. So we almost get somewhere and then just want to leave straight away. Aaron's driving the buggy, you won't be able to hear it, it's very loud. So much better than getting a motorbike. So much better. Like, the roads are so bad. Woo! wet here. Right. I wanted to get wet actually.
Got your mango and lime.
That's right. It just tastes like Robinson squash.
Looking at the grubs and rat on a stick, frog on a stick. It's actually probably the craziest street food I've actually seen so far. We're climbing up to the cave at Blue Lagoon 1. Blue Lagoon 1 isn't as nice, in my opinion, as Blue Lagoon 2. There's loads of people here and I didn't really fancy getting in the water, so we're climbing up to the cave instead. Basically like rock climbing. Got to the top. It's very, very steep. Jason's in the cave. It's cold in here.
Lovely. Better than the room we're in at the moment. You alright? Bit stuck?
A little bit. My Crocs are so slippy.
You look like the guy from 127 Hours.
This is a really dark bit of the cave. Jason's up there on the podium, waiting to go on the zip line. I'm going to do it after him, but I'm a bit scared. Come on, Jason, you can do it.
We're going to the hospital.
Oh no. Couldn't hold on.
After landing flat on my back, letting go within 2 seconds, I think I might have broke my foot.
Yeah, a bruise has come up straight away on there. And can't walk, so...
Worth it?
Absolutely not.
No regrets.
Foot update, please.
No, you can't really tell.
No, you can.
Can you?
Yeah.
Sure.
It's so much more swollen. We are waiting to get our passport deposit back. Oh, she's here. That wasn't 10 minutes, that's good. And then we're going to get Jason...
Oh, she's got the key for the buggy and the passport.
I know, hands are tied.
You know those exchange war films where they exchange a prisoner of war over a bridge?
Yeah.
We've given ours away before we've got it back.
I know, silly. I think that is Jason out of the game for a little while, to be honest. His foot has ballooned, pardon the pun, up to the size of like double his other foot, and he can't put any weight on it, so just struggled up the stairs and I've put some pillows underneath it. I'm just going by rice, that's what everyone tells you to do: rest, ice, compression, elevation. So I'm going to the pharmacy to try and get a compression bandage, and then I will be on the hunt for a cup of ice as well. And this is like the main street, so I'm walking to find an ATM and then the pharmacy. I haven't actually seen any pharmacies though. Like usually they're just absolutely everywhere, but when you want one you can never find it. Just spotted my first hot air balloon in Vang Vieng, and that'll be us tomorrow morning. I'm actually a lot more scared than I thought I was going to be.
We're going to the hospital. We've asked the lady downstairs at the reception to call us a tuk-tuk, and I think she's going to take us there on a motorbike. Probably isn't the safest thing to do. I've got a potentially broken foot.
If you don't like feet pictures, look away now, because I'm going to insert one of Jason's foot.
I can make good money off those foot pics.
She's the lovely lady that runs this hostel, but she could only take one of us at a time, so Jason's gone first, so that hopefully he can get like signed in and stuff, and then I'm going to go too. But it's just a very small hospital. We've got absolutely no idea how much it's going to cost. We are insured, thank goodness, but sometimes these things like cost less than the insurance would, so we're just going to have to go and see what it's going to cost, and then decide what we do from there. But his foot is not getting any better, it's just getting bigger, so we definitely need to go tonight. We've also cancelled the tubing and the hot air balloon because the hot air balloon was in about 10 hours time, and there's no way he's going to be able to stand in a basket for 45 minutes. Fingers crossed it's not a break, but I don't know.
So got to the hospital, very friendly staff. There was a guy who just had a motorbike accident, covered in blood. The nurses told me all about it. I was like, there's GDPR gone.
No client confidentiality.
Yeah, he was like, he smashed into a restaurant. I was like, good. And then they said, you need an X-ray. Like, yeah. He said 2.8, and then we thought 2.8 million, which is about £100.
Mm-hmm.
They said no, 280,000. So that was about £10 for an X-ray, which is fantastic, really. And I don't think they've long had a X-ray machine here. That you had to go to Vientiane, which is about 3 hours away. So quite lucky, really. I mean, it's not the nicest hospital, but they're really friendly and they've seen us really quickly, and I think they're just like any hospital at the minute in the world, is just making do with what they've got. And yeah, actually, but when I did come in, the lady pointed at me and spoke to the doctor and said Farang.
Really?
But I don't know if that's a term of endearment or not. But
maybe that's because we spoke.
It's like deal or no deal. No broke, no broken, no break,
Thank
no breakage.
Goodness.
It cost £10 for the X-ray, which is pretty good. I asked to keep them as a souvenir. Yeah, that's it really.
Very lucky this time. Yeah, and the lovely lady from our hotel has come to pick us up. Very lucky.